So, I was out in the deep desert doing what I do. And on a particularly slow night while doing my rounds, what do I see but a carrier and crawler at a large spice field? And not only that, when I get a little bit closer, I see that there is a second carrier and a second crawler at this field, unprotected. Now, I'm used to killing farmers who are solo and completely unprepared to fight, so I think it's time to call in the boys. Let's just fast forward through all the boring stuff. I give out the coordinates, we meet up, we get a plan of attack going, and this is what happens. As is tradition, my goal is to hot drop on the carrier and either try to land on it or at least do as much damage to the booster as possible, because these things are lightning quick if they have their boosters available. So as you can see, the lasgun is obviously doing its weird shoot off in a random direction beam thing that it sometimes does, but I'm aiming at the booster, or I think I'm aiming at the booster, but because I'm not used to killing anything larger than what a solo farmer would fly at a field, I end up hitting the cockpit. But I get a little bit of the booster at the end there, and then it takes off, and the chase is on. So I catch up the first time and attempt a little hot drop action, as I've done so many times before, completely failing to store my thopter, and not hitting the booster in any meaningful way. So a big loss for Hank, but hey, we can always try again, right? Shouts out to the boys lobbing their rockets here, keeping them scared, keeping them on the edge. Gives me time to get ahead and try my next maneuver. Hot Drop 2 has a little bit more success hitting the booster, and this time I actually store my Thopter, so go Hank. By the way, I love the new hit confirmation sound on the lasgun when you hit a target, like a bunch of little tick 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 ticks in a row. Really nice. There goes the Thopter. Great job, Hank. So on this attempt, I finally make a little bit of headway into this carrier. Take a look. That beautiful explosion right there was the booster calling it quits. So now this carrier should be nothing but a slow-moving sitting duck. The carrier pilot drops his cargo, so I go after it. The crawler starts moving, so obviously there's somebody inside. I get way too overzealous on the crawler kill and I let him get away. Shameful. At this point, I could go join my brethren in securing the carrier kill, but that means no footage of my offering to Shai Halud, and that's not going to happen. back to business. We were lucky with our timing because the crawler had crawled the field for a good 25 minutes or so it filled almost its entire container with spice sand. We ended up gathering all this together and taking it back to base after the fight. By the time I'd gotten there, the crew had already made quick work of the now crippled carrier, and all that was left to do was make the final offering to Shai-Hulud. Thanks to Raven, Reinkaos, Quiggles, and Wilhelm on the Greed server for scrambling so quickly when I spotted the targets. And remember, bless the Maker and his water, bless the coming and going of him, may his passage cleanse the world.